So here we go with the last book in the Parasitology. It has been a long road to get here, but let's see if they manage to stick the landing or did they crash and burn. So let's take a look and determine that for ourselves. Once again, spoiler for Parasite and now Symbiont, so let's take a moment for those of you who don't care for spoilers to file out. So, last time we left off with Sal, once again, because of course, was captured, kidnapped, traded hands for her sort of sister by the US military. Now we get to see the full situation about how they're handling things. And it's not well. The book continues with the continued breakdown of society during the zombie apocalypse. Honestly, seeing this and how Sal and her group are handling things as she manages to once again escape her captors is pretty good, but I think the ending is just very abrupt to jump to the conclusion. Basically, Sherman has put himself in the main villain role for this book, and well, this book kind of cements it as he took over the role in the last book. He manages to worsen the outbreak and put everyone in danger as the situation worsens, and then he works hard to basically stay in that role, threatening Sal one last time towards the very end of the story. That, combined with the rather sudden ending, felt like a slight letdown in the very end. But I have to say, while the resolution is kind of a letdown, the ultimate ending has all the charm of that has made me like this series up to this point. I still say that if you're looking for a good thrill of a series, then pick this one up. Outside of that, though, its disappointing ending ruined all the aspects of this work for you as a whole. I will still say this book is an enjoyable read, and I recommend anyone interested in some good thrills give it a try. But the ending is a disappointment and somewhat abrupt at the very end. So now we're at the end of the whole trilogy. I have to say, overall the story is pretty good, but not the best thing in the world. I do also have to say, this series is a good read and can't recommend it, as I said earlier, but as I said, the ending of the trilogy has a lot wrong with it and seems to not quite stick the landing, as I said earlier. But it doesn't quite crash and burn either. More like it falls flat on its face once it reaches the finish line, as if it was just trying to rush there and stumble over on its face. If I haven't lost this metaphor already by continuing it. Well, those are my thoughts on parasitology. If you have your own thoughts, give a shout and let's all have a nice conversation. I truly believe this ending was a bit of a disappointment to what came before it, but I'm not angry or hating it. I do enjoy it still. What do you think?